So much fun. What's going on, everybody? Sean Pierce Johnson here with this week's edition of Stompbox Saturday, coming to you live from the dozenth, they're calling it the dozenth LA Amp Show. Sitting here with Mr. Joe Golden from Earthquaker Devices.
Good to be here.
Good to be here. I know it's at the end of a long day for both of us.
Only day one though, so I've got a little left in the tank.
We got a little left in the tank, enough to talk about what you guys got that literally is hot off the presses, the Transmisser. This thing is otherworldly, a lot like a lot of the other things that you make.
Yeah, I think so.
So what's the deal with this little guy?
Well, it's hot off the press, so I actually have very little experience playing it myself. This has been my break-in period actually at this show, the LA Amp Show, and it's a resonant reverb. So what you have is pretty much a filter-based section that you can sweep. And then you have kind of a nice kind of pad, I would say an effect that can create a pad. So if you play something, it's going to kind of sit there and settle in underneath what you're playing, and then just create kind of a backdrop for you to play over. And then you can sweep the filter either manually, or you can use an expression pedal to do so, which is great, because then all of a sudden it kind of transports it into the synth realm a little bit.
Which is exactly what he was doing at the top of the video, moving the freak knob. And, well, it got a little freaky, pardon the pun. So it's got 6 knobs. It seems pretty self-explanatory. Just a couple questions about a couple of them. Sure. The warp. So what goes on there?
The warp control is unique because it is a digital effect. So what it does is it controls the slew rate. And so to understand what slew rate is, it's pretty much how it's processing. So as the control is fully clockwise, you're going to get the fastest processing, and it's going to be as true as possible and let as much artifact of your playing through. So as you turn it counterclockwise, it starts to degrade the signal slightly and not capture as much information. What that results to in sound is a darker, kind of more balanced, and not necessarily muddy, but just a rolled off kind of brown sound to the reverb.
Not to be confused with the brown sound that everybody thinks about.
No, yeah, not the Van Halen brown sound.
Not that kind
just
of thing.
Just a descriptive of a dark sound.
Well, I say we have some fun and try to conjure up sound or two.
Yeah.
Why don't we try for something maybe a little short and a little crazy?
Let's do it.
Let's try something. They play themselves sometimes. That's one of the cool things with all the Earthquaker stuff that I've ever had experience with, is just they almost become extensions of the instrument. You really can get down in there with the knobs like Joe was just doing, and you can turn it into something else completely. Is the expression pedal just a single parameter, or can that control different ones?
It's only attached to our frequency controls,
okay,
so where the filter is going to sweep. So only one control.
That would probably be the one that I'd end up using the most. That seems like
it made sense to put it on there, and it was totally possible. So it's like, hey, let's hands-free. Obviously, control of that function would be the best. So we went for it.
Well, sweet.
And thanks for your observation on how it's an extension of your playing, because I feel like they really do become part of the instrument as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we did something kind of ambient at the beginning. Mm-hmm. This was definitely more of like a, well, I don't know, somewhat dream poppy kind of thing. I like heavy stuff.
Okay.
That's kind of the realm that I live in. why don't we throw on some sort of dirt box on top of this and let's have some distorted fun.
Let's do it.
What do you think would pair best with this?
Well, I'd really like to use one of our new drives, which is our Acapulco Gold.
Cool.
So it's a one knob wonder, and I think you'll see why.
All right. That worked for me. Thank you. No, man, thanks for twiddling the knobs. That's so much fun.
That's what I do best.
Man, extension of the instrument and a pedal, what more could you want? That's kind of what I've experienced with Earthquaker. Another hit for me. I know I'm down and I know I'm sold. And these are so hot off the presses, I don't think I'd ever be able to get my hands on one at this point.
I think we're taking pre-orders through your dealer, so if you're interested, please hit it up.
Well, there you go, guys. You've heard it here. The Earthquaker Devices Transmisser. Thank you so much for watching. What did you guys think? Do you want one of these as much as I do? Shoot me a comment below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for next week's episode. And until then, I wish you great tone and happy stomping. Cheers, my friends.